Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well on this day, 24 hours removed since deadline day yesterday, and it all ended and we saw the way it ended. I've done 3 videos for you guys yesterday. It was looking so good and then it just capitulated. I gave you guys my thoughts and reactions, so go and check that out if you haven't done so already. But we're in the fallout of it all. We're trying to understand what has actually gone down. We're trying to hear, the information. What a surprise. We're getting 2 sides. So we're just not really genuinely going to know the truth about this Osimhen deal, because you're hearing the English side and you're hearing the Italian side, and both are contradictory to each other. So what do we believe? Anyway, maybe more time will tell us. But Osimhen has been banished from the Napoli squad, and he will not play professional football until at least January if he can find a move there. Unless if another Saudi team comes in the next couple of days or so. They've still got time in the Saudi window, so you never know. But apart from that, that's all we know. So we'll wait for these conflicting reports to make more sense, and then we'll take it from there. But Chelsea play Crystal Palace tomorrow, and albeit I've just had a brainwave. We've still not had Sancho announced. Where is the geezer? Is he gone to Camberwell? He's gone back to Camberwell, hasn't he? He's come back to London. He's like, I'm going back to Ends. So he's gone back to Camberwell, and he's just chilling. And he's just chilling on Ends. He's just chilling. Sometimes, you can leave the ghetto, but you can never take the ghetto out of the guy as well. It is what it is. So, Sancho's gone back to the hood. It is what it is. For those that don't know, Camberwell and where he's from, like proper, it's all right. It's all right. It was worse before. I know Camberwell very well. Is what it is. But maybe he's gone back there and he's just chilling. Maybe he's not coming to Cobham just yet, because we've not had an announcement. Sterling has gone to Arsenal. We've had Chalobah go to Crystal Palace. All this has been announced, right? Sancho, the deal was made in time, but we've not got confirmation yet. So God knows where he is. But I'm guessing because of that, he's not going to be available for tomorrow. That's why I had the brainwave. I was like, hang on, is Sancho going to play tomorrow? No, I don't think he will, because he's not even been announced yet. So let's wait and see what happens there during the week. We've got the international break after this. And to let you guys know, as it is international break, I'm away again from tomorrow. But I'm away again for a week. And there will be videos as and when. It won't be each day. It is going to be a quiet time, especially after deadline day. We've been through this last season. We've been through it the year before. Every time after deadline day, things just die. You play the last game and then things die, and then no one wants to watch international football, and then it starts picking up again. I'll be back here in time. I'll be back in this time next week. I'll be here. So there will be a video tomorrow after the game, right, for the review, and then it will be as and when for the next week or so. So let's get cracking. Chelsea Crystal Palace preview. Sancho's not playing. Everyone else is available though, it seems. Unless if Sancho is playing tomorrow, by the way. Who knows? But maybe it gets announced as soon as I upload this video. And then he's available for tomorrow. Who knows, right? But I'm expecting everyone else to be available except Sancho. Going into this game, Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace have not had a good start to the season. They've lost both of their openers, both of their games. They've lost to West Ham, and they lost to... If I'm getting it correct, they lost at home to West Ham, and they lost to Brentford away. And they beat Norwich 4-0 in the League Cup second round, which we were not a part of this time round. Fantastic. But Crystal Palace, not a good start to the season. However, they've had a good window for Crystal Palace's standards. They've had a good window. They brought in Eddie Nketiah from Arsenal. That's on a permanent, close to about £25 million or so. They brought in a centre-back from Wolfsburg, Lacroix, or I don't know how you pronounce that, but that geezer. Ismaili Sarr from Marseille, they brought in as well. That's actually a decent buy, that. They brought in Shadi Riyad, another centre-back from Real Betis. And they've got in a couple of free transfers, and they've got Trevor Chalobah on loan, who will be ineligible to play tomorrow. He cannot play tomorrow because he's on loan from Chelsea and it's a direct loan. That's it. There's no obligation. There's no option. There's nothing. So he won't play tomorrow. But I'm sure he'll be there. We can basically hand him over to Palace. He can come. He can travel with Chelsea if he wants, and then we'll leave him there. I'd take him back with us if it was up to me. I think he's got a place in the squad. But I hope he does well out there and he proves some at Chelsea wrong. Therefore, we can reconsider after his loan is done. But that's Crystal Palace. They've set themselves up well in terms of their team. But is it going to be enough to get the job done tomorrow against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge? Now, Chelsea coming off the back of a 6-2 win against Wolves, we're in a good place after that win, right? We do feel good because it's a 6-2 win. How can you not, right? But we got to be careful because as far as I'm concerned, there are still issues glaring. Now, we haven't sorted out the striker issue. So, Nicholas Jackson, listen, step up to the plate. There is no other solution here. Nicholas Jackson needs to... Look, regardless of what we think of him, yeah? He has got the opportunity of a lifetime. The opportunity of a lifetime. Brother, you are leading the line. There's no one else. We didn't even go and get Duran. There's no one else. No, we haven't got Omorodion. No one. Yeah, we got him Margu, but everyone knows he's the backup. He's meant to be the number 3, right? Nicholas Jackson, you have the fattest opportunity here. Don't blow it. So I'm hoping he can start finishing his dinner regularly. Not finish your dinner one night and then mess it up for 3 nights and then score again for 1 night and then miss 2 games in a row. No. We need consistency here. Chances come to your plate, finish your dinner. Simple as that. Hopefully we get that. I say hopefully because we wanted and we needed a number 9. And we haven't got one. Well, we've only got you, Nicholas Jackson. Simple as that. So hopefully he can. But that's not my prime concern. Overall, that's not my prime concern because we have to analyse things fairly. We have bolstered around that number 9 position. When you look at us getting Pedro Neto in, we have Cole Palmer who's killing it. Madueke is actually starting to come into good form, so hopefully he keeps it up. But we've managed to get Pedro Neto in. We've got in João Felix. Those are 2 really good signings as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. So everything around the striker looks a little more bolstered. Yeah. We could have a team where we have Pedro Neto, Felix, and Cole Palmer. With Nkunku, with Madueke hitting form, that's decent. Yeah, that is decent. So, in terms of attacking, you'd think that we should be better. That's not my concern. My concern's back there. Look in the rearview mirror. Yeah, at the back. What's at the back of the vehicle? The goalkeeper and the defence. And our centre mids, our central midfield. That's what's concerning me here. On the defensive transition. Because when we're with the ball and we're building up from the back, and even then we've got issues at the back with the goalkeeper and the defence sometimes. But when we're with the ball and we're building up and we're passing and whatnot, yeah, cool, we will get chances. But when we don't have the ball, that's my problem. The 2 midfielders or the 1 midfielder or whoever's in that pocket and our defence and our goalkeeper. We've not bolstered that whatsoever. We have been exposed and we have to fix this problem. If not, we are going to leak goals. Now, I don't know if we're going down the route of maybe we're trying to do Jurgen Klopp on steroids, where we're not that bothered about the defence, but we're going to try and score 10 goals a game. Yeah? The thing with Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp is that they actually did that. They actually did that, yeah? With Chelsea, not so sure that's going to be the case. We have to bolster our back line and defence, which we're not going to do in the transfer window now, so we have to do it tactically. One way or another. Yeah, Enzo Maresca, this is where you're going to earn your money. We have to get tighter and more controlled and more bolstered in that back line. And not just the back line, but when we're defending, those midfielders are where the defence begins. Yeah? That's where it begins. It's the midfield that have to protect the defence. The defence is the last line of defence, literally. They are there. If they're under pressure, well, they better sort it out, because if they don't, we're conceding if the goalkeeper doesn't do his job. So it's the midfield. We get bypassed and we're exposed in midfield a lot. You see examples, countless examples so far. Well, not countless, there's been a few. We've only started the season, but you get the gist. Enzo gets run past. Caicedo gets run past. Or they're giving the ball away. That needs to stop, because you're immediately putting your defence under pressure. And right now, our defence hasn't been as tight as we would have loved it to be. Now, we do have a first string and a second string, it seems, and I'm going to get into the starting 11 very shortly. That second string, I think we've all seen what's happening there. Nah, we don't want that. So picking the team this week has actually been pretty easy. For me, it's actually been pretty easy, except for one issue. There's one issue there where I'm like, oh man, we ain't got a choice. Let's get into it. Here's the starting 11 that I've decided to, well, not me decided to go with. I've chosen this, but there are a couple of musts just on the basis of that we know they're going to be selected whether we like it or not. So let's get into it. Here's my starting 11. Right, I've put it all on screen for you with the brand new kit. It's this season's first preview where we have the team on screen. So Sanchez is one of those players. Sanchez is getting selected whether we like it or not. Yeah, we could have Prime Petr Cech in the squad. We'd be picking Sanchez. So it's Sanchez in the squad. Sanchez is in the starting 11. He's on the pitch. Cucurella left back. I've gone with a 4-1-2-3 sort of formation. 1 6 and 2 8s. But I'll explain, because that's not going to be as it should stay on the pitch during the game. Cucurella at left back. He'll be the one to invert. The lingo, man, honestly. Modern day football, what's happened to it? But I sound like a dinosaur. But anyway, Gusto right back. He's capable of inverting too, but I think it's going to be Cucurella that will add an additional body to midfield in order to assist that midfield that I'm going to come to in a sec. Now, the defence picks itself. Like I've said, we've seen what's happened against Servette. Fofana, Colwell, lads, you got the job. Yeah? Just don't blow it. Basically, don't blow it, because they should be stronger than what we've seen in midweek. They should be. They just should be. So hopefully that's the case. Now, midfield, this is where it's crazy. Now, you're noticing there's one player missing here. Well, yeah, because we can't pick everyone. That's the problem. And it's Caicedo. He's not here. Now, I thought, let's put Caicedo instead of Enzo. But Enzo's the captain. He's getting selected. There's no way he's not playing. So this is why I've gone with Enzo. And I've tried to think, well, okay, if we put Caicedo here, well, one of the other guys aren't playing. And as far as I'm concerned, all of the rest of the 5 need to be on this pitch. Need to be. Palmer needs to be on this pitch. Felix needs to be on this pitch. Neto needs to be on this pitch. Madueke needs to be on this pitch. And we need a striker. So Nicholas Jackson needs to be on this pitch. As simple as that. Now, some people argue and go, no, but Younes, it's okay. We can maybe play Felix as a false 9 and put Caicedo in that midfield. Yeah, we could, but then we're not playing with an actual number 9. And this is why I wanted Osimhen and I wanted a strike. I wanted a striker, man. Because we can't go a whole season with a false 9. It's an option to have, and it's a good option to have. There will be some games in the season where a false 9 will come in clutch. Absolutely. That's why I said getting Felix in is a good thing. I'm happy with that. But you can't do that every game. That's just not realistic. Yeah, and it's not going to get you the goals that you should be getting. So at times, yes, that's a solution. There's also another player missing here, Nkunku, where we can't fit him in, can we? You know? And it would be even worse if we had a double pivot, which is why I've not gone with a double pivot, even though I think that technically, Cucurella will be the one to come in and assist Enzo, and then it will be those two. But if we had Enzo Caicedo, well, one of the other guys are getting chopped. They can't play. So I'm also looking on the basis of our defense can be a little weak. Well, we've got to bolster that attack even more then. If we're going down the Pele route of defending, which is, well, you know what? If the best form of defense is attack, then screw it. We might as well go ultra. We might as well. So this is why I've gone with this. And like I've said, Enzo's playing, Sanchez is playing, and surely Jackson's getting picked here as the striker. So everyone else needs to be on the pitch, which is why I've gone with what I've gone with. Sterling is left. He's at Arsenal. Mudryk, as far as I'm concerned, does not get ahead of Neto. Madueke deserves to keep playing. He was man of the match, hat-trick last game. Beautiful, keep it going. Palmer must be on this pitch. Felix is that experience and that touch of top-level quality that you need. Felix plays. And we need a striker on the pitch. So this is my starting 11, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if you agree or disagree. What would you do? What would you not do? Let me know down below. But that's my starting 11. And as I tell you guys, hit the subscribe button as we come to an end. I am going to give you my score prediction. And we're at home. I do think we'll win this. If I'm honest, we should. This is one of those games where you'd be shocked if we don't win. Yeah. Palace at home, not a good start. They are a good team. I'm not doubting them, and I'm not doubting Oliver Glasner either. We saw what Palace did at the Bridge last season. We saw what Palace are capable of against us overall. They can be a bit of a bogey team sometimes. But home, the feeling should be good after the last game. We have bolstered a little bit of our attacking quality here. As long as we don't defend like clowns, we should be okay. So I am going with... Chelsea 2. Yeah, Chelsea 2, Crystal Palace 1. Maybe 2-0 up and then we do concede. I think that's how it'll probably go. So let me know your predictions down below. Much appreciated. And I'll see all of you tomorrow after the game, where I'll manage to give you the review. It won't be immediately after the game. Oh, no, actually, it might be. No, it will. It will be. Maybe a little later than usual, but it won't be too late. So it will be straight after the game, just not immediately after the game. Maybe an hour or so after the game has ended, you'll see the review up and posted. So make sure you're here, subscribe, notification bell on, hit the like button if you've enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Your lineups, your score lines, predictions down below, much appreciated. And I'll see all of you tomorrow after it's all said and done. Have a good one, people. See you lot tomorrow. Take care and peace.